Today I'm going to talk about energy, productivity, low battery, and some things that might help you out if you're feeling tired. What follows is some gentle ideas for coping with tough times in your life. None of this is a replacement for medical advice. If you're hurting and are concerned for your well-being, please seek medical attention and take care of yourself. You're worth it. So you may or may not have noticed that I haven't posted a video in a month or so. I try to get a video up every 2 to 3 weeks, and I've tried a few times to gather content and edit some videos, but it just isn't happening. Over the past few weeks, I've noticed that a lot of other things in my life just aren't happening either. When this happens, I tend to refer to it as having a low battery. Happens pretty frequently. So instead, I decided to make a video about what to do if you have a low battery, and hopefully this one makes it all the way through to YouTube. So for a bit of context out of the gate, I have a diagnosis of generalized anxiety disorder, which is a very common mental health diagnosis characterized typically by excessive and persistent worry about different things in your life, whether it's logical or illogical. I also struggle on and off with bouts of depression, which for me typically manifest as heavy fatigue, poor sleep, and a limited ability to get things done each day. I share this with you because in the past month or so, both of these diagnoses have hit me pretty hard, if I'm being honest. I'm quite sure the continuous pandemic situation isn't helping, along with the frankly horrible vaccine rollout in my province and being in the midst of a stay-at-home order just when the weather's starting to get warm outside. I'm also coming out of tax season, which is always a stressful time for me as a self-employed person. And plus, sometimes anxiety and depression just hit me like a bus for no good reason at all. Everything in my life can be going great, and suddenly, wham, low battery, even after I thought it was fully charged. One of the hardest struggles to me is when these things happen, the low battery situation can become a bit of a cycle. I don't get enough done, and then I worry about not getting enough done. Then I get super anxious about it and continue to get nothing done. If you add depression on top of the anxiety, it means I also deal with sometimes crippling fatigue, agitation at myself and the world around me, and a loss of interest and passion for the things that I love. I'm not kidding when I say low batteries can be rough. Not to mention, having a low battery leaves me feeling like I don't have a lot of control over my own life. We all still have to go to work, get chores and errands done, and all that other important stuff that comes with being a grown-up. But when you have a low battery, it's really, really hard. And the thing is, a low battery can happen to anyone. It's certainly not specific to having a mental health diagnosis. Everyone goes through periods of ebb and flow with their energy, especially in this past year with, I think folks are experiencing low batteries way more frequently than ever before. So in that light, and just with everything going on and me having trouble coming up with ideas for videos to put out, I just decided today to share a few things that have worked for me in the past when the going gets especially tough. And I'll be honest, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work as well, but honestly, they're always worth a try. I'm also sharing them as a reminder to myself to take my own advice, because I admittedly have been very stubborn about this for, like I said, a month now. And when you have a low battery, it's always better to try and be kind to your body and mind and do your best to take care of yourself. So with that in mind, here's a few simple tips that might improve your productivity when you have a low battery. I'll leave a few resources for some of these tips in the comments below as well. None of them are sponsored endorsements, just things that have helped me out in the past, so I hope they help you out as well. The first one is to allow yourself to feel your feelings. I'm a big fan of the Mindfulness and Acceptance Therapy module, which at its basics is the act of observing your current situation and simply choosing to acknowledge it rather than judge it as a good thing or a bad thing. It takes a bit of practice to train your brain to locate this type of thought, but once you're in a more regular practice of doing it, it gets easier and can really help lift you up when you have low energy. Being mindful of your thoughts and acknowledging your current situation as being okay for whatever it is leaves room in your mind for other thoughts and activities to thrive. It can also help you work through unpleasant times in your life and allow more space to navigate complicated feelings and emotions just by allowing them to exist and be acknowledged. Definitely check out the description below. I have a couple of really great resources on getting started with this type of thought process that have really helped me get into the habit of practicing mindfulness and acceptance on a regular basis. The second tip is to make high energy and low energy lists. This is kind of an interesting one, a neat trick that a friend shared with me a while ago. When I did this, I really found out that it helped me when I'm having a particularly foggy low battery time and I'm not even sure what to get started with when it comes to basic tasks. So when you're in an okay mental space, you make two lists. One is for tasks and activities that are best done when you have higher energy or a full battery. And the other list is tasks and activities that are a little easier to do when you have low energy or a low battery. For me personally, some examples of a full battery item would include creating a new piece of artwork, recording content for a video, reorganizing my workspace, or doing an intense workout. And for me, some examples of low battery items include editing videos, answering emails, doing some reading or research, washing the dishes, or going for a short, gentle walk. Your list might be very different, and that's fine. The idea of this is that you now have a list of things you can refer to if you have a high battery or a low battery to prioritize tasks that can get done when you're feeling the way you're feeling, and will help you feel more productive in your day if you're able to get a few of those tasks on either list done. I really like this style of getting things done, and I find it really helps me feel productive even when my battery is really low. The third tip is to get some exercise, and I know, I always feel really parental when I pull this one out. I know that physical activity of any kind can be extremely difficult if you have a really low energy, especially if that low energy is associated with something like depression. But I will say that every time I have literally dragged myself out the door to go for a walk when I thought I really didn't want to, my brain and body were very thankful afterwards that I made the hard decision to do it. And even just doing some very simple, gentle exercises or stretches on your floor at home will boost your endorphins and hopefully help give you some extra energy and a mood boost. Personally, I find taking a walk is my go-to because the fresh air also puts me in a great space for practicing some mindfulness and acceptance, so it's a bit of a double whammy. Number 4 is to savor your successes. What's something good that you did yesterday? Did you do the dishes? Did you finish a project? Did you make a tasty meal? Or did you just get out of bed, take a shower, brush your teeth? Whatever you did, congratulate yourself. Savor even your small successes. This is extremely important when you have a low battery because savoring your successes will help your brain just stay in a better state. Get in the habit of allowing yourself gratitude for all the small stuff. We're never as kind to ourselves as we should be. So pat yourself on the back if you swept the floor. You deserve it. The fifth and final tip, and this is my personal favorite, is to talk to a friend. Talk to a buddy, a family member, someone you care about and trust. If you're not comfortable talking about the fact that you have a low battery, that's fine. You don't have to. You can talk about some shared interests, catch up with each other, tell each other a fun story, just share some chill social time with someone you care about. It can really re-energize your mental clarity, and who knows, it might even give you some fresh perspective on your situation that will help you move forward with more energy than before. So there you go. 5 simple things that help me out when I have a low battery, and I hope that you'll try 1 or 2 of them and that they might help you out when times are tough. I also hope you like the little drawing I did today to accompany the video. It's not much, I'm still going through my low battery phase right now, but it was a cathartic way to display the way I've been feeling, and it felt really good to just put it into a drawing. I also hope you like this video. It was a little short, but I hope that these tips help you out, and I hope that my own low battery will get charged sooner than later so that I can have a lot more great content for you. I do have more videos on the way, so please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content like this. And if you want to help support the channel, I'd love if you checked out my Patreon in the channel header or in the description below. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you hopefully soon in the next video. Bye!